please help out the channel. Hit that subscription button. I'm coming out with tons of videos and you don't want to miss them. Blur, Song 2. Let's start with this main intro and verse riff. Come up here. We're going to be at the F5 chord. So on the A10, on the D and G. And we're just going to be cruising along, just down strumming about this tempo. Just trying to keep that going really. So we'll hit this a couple times. And then we just do a dead string. And we move to our new spot, 2 frets down at the E flat 5, 6 on the A, 8 on the D and G. Hit this 3 times. Do one more dead string in between that. Bring it all the way up to this high-voiced G flat power chord, 11 on the A, 13 D and G. We hit it twice. Bring it up 2 frets more, so we're at 13 on the A, 15 on the D and G for this A sharp 5. And you just hit that once really quickly. Keep going, and we end up way up here. We're going to be 15 on the A, 17, and we hit these 17s all the way D, G, B. So it's basically just this high-voiced C. And with this, we just strum it out about 6 times. Okay, so that was... Alright, so try it slowly here. Just a matter of getting it up to tempo. Once the chorus gets going, make it a bigger chord. We keep the same progression, we just add this extra bass note with it. You know, we'll be at our F power chord, the 8 with the 10s on the A and the D and G there, but then we just add an 8 on the E with it. So it's that extra C bass note with that F5. Of course, we're gonna just dump on the fuzz pedal. So we just get this really big bassy sounding chord. And you know, this is where the bass guitar comes in also. It's down tuned, so it kind of adds a lot more of that lowness to this as well. Just take whatever you were doing on the A and add that on the E as well. So we got the 8s on the E, A, 10 on the D and G. So strum it the same way, hit a couple times there, move it down 2 frets, so we're 6 on the E, A, 8 on the D and G, so we got the B flat bass note with the E flat. Alright, bring it all the way up to our 11 on the E and A, 13 on the D and G, so E flat bass note, G flat 5. Bring it up 2 frets, hit our A sharp 5 with the F bass note now, so 13 E and A, 15 D and G there, just hit it once. And then we end up way here, we got our 15s on the E and A, 17s on the D, G, B, so C with the G bass note. Right, and once the choruses come in, the heavy sections, we get the second guitar that's just kind of playing this octave thing. It'll be 11 on the A, 13 on the G, so we're just doing like an A flat octave here, and it's just strumming along on that. 8th note strums on that. We come back to our F power chord with the C bass note, so 8 on the E and A, 10 on the D and G, and we just do a full measure of that 8th note strumming. We're going to bring it all the way up to 11 on the E and A, 13 D and G for that G flat power chord with the E flat bass note. Full measure of that, just 8th note strumming, and now we add a new chord. We drop down, go 4s on the E and A, 6 on the D and G, a D flat power chord with the A flat bass note, 2 measures worth of that. At the outro, we get a third guitar that comes in, and it's kind of just doing a variation of what that second guitar does, the choruses, but it's in a new spot here. It'll be 15 on the A and 17 on the G, so it's just doing a C octave, but it's that same thing, just kind of strumming along their eighth note style. Bass sections here, top string, E flat, A, D, G. On E flat string, we go 2nd fret 4 times, come off to 4 opens, then we go a couple 5s, 7, and then 6 9s. And the post chorus, we just hang on this 2nd fret, full measure, 5th fret, full measure, drop down, and we'll be 4th fret on the A here, full measure. And then the last measure, we do about 4 strums there, and then we hit a 6D, 6G. All right, there's a little interlude section that happens, and this also repeats during the outro, where we'll be up here, and we're going to do this slide up and down on the A string here. We go 8th fret, slide it up to 11, back down to 8, back up to 11, back down to 8. All right, and then we just finish it off normally by going a couple 5s on this E flat string, 7, 6 9s. Right. And during the outro, there's a little variant of that slide too, where we'll slide 8 to 11, back down to 8 to 11, but then we drop down and we just hit a 10 on the D. All right, then we do our ending measure. So just little interlude variants and fun little slide riffs happening.